What's up, family? Man, I want to have a heart-to-heart with you guys. Man, this is going to be kind of, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Man, it's my first video back since probably like Wednesday or something. Man, I had to take some time off. I had to spend some time with me. Man, I'm kind of tired. I'm still running on fumes. You know what I mean? I took a little mini vacation and I just needed to unwind and just relax. You know what I mean? And so I unplugged and disconnected. Didn't say anything from anybody. I just needed a woosah moment. And so I took some time and I went down to Florida. I wanted to see my son and my granddaughter. And man, it's a trip because, man, everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Man, I believe that with every fiber of my being. And I know you guys hear me say that a lot, but man, I can't be any more passionate about that. You know what I mean? That everything is always working out for me. It's a trip because, case in point, speaking of my little mini vacay, man, I went to see this person down in Florida when I went down there. And this person started showing their tail. You know what I mean? And it's like, I ain't got time for this. You know what I mean? I don't have time for this. Next. You know what I mean? What's up next? And so I altered my plan. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. I promise you. And the trip is the person, how can I say this? They didn't know that they were part of the game. You know what I mean? They showed their tail for whatever reason, not even understanding why they showed their tail in that way. You know what I mean? And from them, man, I'm sure that their mentality was, man, they were pulling a power move. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. Just laying the groundwork. They were making a power move. They thought, okay, well, man, he's down here and he's kind of going to be stuck. And I'm going to inconvenience him, man. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You know what I mean? But again, they're not understanding that everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for you. And so they pulled this power move thinking that, man, that's going to fuck up my vacay. You know what I mean? Not even understanding that that was part of their plan. That was part of God's purpose. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. And so it's like, okay, this is what I thought I was going to do down here. Plan shifted. Okay? Stay with me. God directed me, man. I went down to Columbus, Georgia, right? So spending time down there with my kids and just having a blast. We're going zip lining and just doing the most, right? Just having a blast, right? Everything is always working out for me. That wasn't part of the plan of the vacation, going to Georgia and spending time with the rest of the kids. That wasn't part of the plan. But that's what happened because somebody thought they were pulling a power move. Somebody thought they were going to make a play. You know what I mean? Somebody thought that they were going to fuck up my vacay. You know what I mean? And so there's like, oh, nope, you da-da-da-da. It's like, okay, but you don't understand. Everything is always working out for me. Everything. So I'm down in Georgia, just hanging out with the kids, just having a blast. And so my son was supposed to take me back to Columbus, Georgia. And the plans changed at the last moment. Again, somebody else thought they were going to make a power move. Somebody else thought they were going to regulate some shit. Somebody else thought they was going to fuck up my vacay. Somebody else thought that they were going to come in and do some shit. Again, everything is always working out for me. And so this person made a move, a power move, and they put my son in the cross. They put my son in the middle to where he had no choice but to make the decision he did. I don't agree with the decision he made, but he made the decision. And so I'm like stranded, right? And so I'm sitting there and I'm looking at my oldest son. It's like, I can't believe this. You know what I mean? And then I had to catch myself. Hold on, wait a minute. All right, God, everything is always working out for me. I believe that. This is going to work out too. I don't understand how. I don't understand what's going to unfold. And the problem that so many of us have is that we're control freaks and we're trying to control how everything unplays, how everything unfolds. Instead of just relaxing and getting in alignment with Source, God, the Most High, and just going with the flow. Everything's always working out for me when I'm in alignment with source, when I'm in the flow. All right? So there's one person in Florida tried to power move. It didn't work. It put me down here in Columbus while I'm hanging out with the rest of my kids and laughing and having a ball and blah, 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 blah. And somebody down there tried another power move. For whatever issues they have, for whatever reasons they want to, man, it don't matter. I made a video in the past. Man, they were all part of the game. They were pawns in the game. They were pawns in the game. And they're so deep, so woke, they didn't even understand why they were doing what they were doing. They thought they were fucking up shit, not even understanding that God was using their negativity to set me up. Not even understanding that God was using them and their drama and their madness to put me on a certain trajectory. All right? And so this person down in Georgia makes a power move, thinking that's going to mess up some stuff. And I want to share this with you guys. Those people that think that they're dogging you out, those people that think that they're getting over on you, those people that think they're fucking up the game or fucking up your plans and man, they're stopping you from reaching your full potential. They're going to stop this blessing, blah, blah. All those ignorant people right there. What God showed me this weekend was, man, it was powerful. What he showed me this weekend is they're going to have to pay for what they did to you. And what they're doing, they're not messing anything up. They're changing your plans, but they can't change the plan. Stay with me. And so here it is. My plan, I was going to Florida, hanging out with my son and my granddaughter, and just hanging out, meeting this young lady and talking to her, chopping it up with her. Plans changed. She didn't want to act right. Boom. All right, God, what do you want me to do? Okay, bet. I'm going on to Columbus. We're going to hang out, have fun, kick it with the kids, and blah, 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 blah. Did that. Now it's time for me to leave, to come home. And somebody informs me, oh yeah, nope, that's not going to happen. You're kind of stranded. You're stuck. You're stuck. I was supposed to get back to Jacksonville, Florida, so I could catch my flight out. They was like, oh yeah, no, we can't do that. That's not going to happen. You're stuck. You're stranded. And so it's like, all right, God, I'm not going to lose my mind. I'm not going to go left. I'm not going to flip a lid. You know what I mean? I'm not going ape shit. Because in the past, I would have. How the fuck? You know what I mean? I'm going to go in. And so it's like, okay, do what you do. I'm not arguing. I'm not fighting. Do what you do. Go inside. All right, God, what the hell is going on? What's the plan? What's the plan? All right, they think they're going to have me stranded. I know that you didn't bring me this far to have me stranded. So I have peace of mind knowing that you didn't bring me all the way down here to Columbus to leave me stranded. I know that you didn't bring me all the way to Columbus just for the trip to end. And I'm stuck here. I know that's not part of the plan. I don't know what the plan is. And there's that ego part that kicks in because I don't know what the plan is, where fear kicks in and survival mode kicks in and anger and bitterness and resentment and animosity and all this other negative toxic frequency kicks in because I'm not in alignment with Source, the Most High, to see the plan. And so I try to control some stuff to make some stuff happen because we get on survival mode. And what God showed me was to relax. Relax. Chill out. Chill out. Everything's always working out for you. Watch this. They thought they were sabotaging your plans. They thought they were throwing a monkey wrench in your plan. I'm going to show you something. The person who changed the plans, the person who sabotaged my plans as far as me having my way to get back to Columbus, the Florida to catch my flight. That person who messed that up, what God did was, after they messed it up, they realized, man, it wasn't just about Elijah. It wasn't just about his plans. It was somebody else's plans and other people's plans that they messed up too. And then the shame and the guilt kicked in. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. The shame and the guilt kicked in. The person who said that I couldn't do, I'm grown ass motherfucker, made my own plans. But somebody came behind the scenes to sabotage my plans. That same person who came behind the scenes and sabotaged my plans had to now come out the pocket and pay for me to get a shuttle down to Atlanta and to catch a flight coming back to New York so that I could make my appointment at 8 o'clock Monday morning. The same person who thought they were sabotaging me, the same person who thought they were throwing a monkey wrench in the plans, because they messed up my plans, now had to come out the pocket and pay for me to come back here. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. So I'm sitting there. I'm going down to land on the shuttle. I'm like, okay, God, what is it? If this is the plans, what are you showing me? If this is what you're trying to show me, is that, man, when people dog you out, they're going to have to come out the pocket and pay for it. People are going to have to pay for how they mistreat you. People are going to have to pay for how they dog you out. People are going to have to honestly come to the understanding of, damn, I fucked up. I didn't just fuck up. I royally fucked up. How can I make this right? And they're going to have to come out the pocket. It's going to cost them something. All those people that have dogged you up, all those people that tried to leave you stranded, all those people that left you and abandoned you and rejected you, all those motherfuckers that tried to mistreat you and you were chosen, all those motherfuckers that tried to mistreat you and your heart was right, your intentions are pure, and they thought they was doing something to mess up your plans. They thought they was doing something to set you back, to throw a monkey wrench in your plans. What God showed me and what he asked me telling you is that, now, they ain't doing nothing. You know what I mean? They ain't doing nothing but setting themselves up. Because they have to come to the realization that, man, God is going to move on them. With the guilt and the shame and embarrassment, whatever the case may be, God is going to use those exact same motherfuckers that said you wasn't shit. Those exact same motherfuckers that tried to break you and crush you and dog. He's going to use those exact same people to turn around and bless you. Same people. Your biggest haters, your biggest distractors, your biggest naysayers. He's going to take them. And after they dogged you out, they're going to have to turn around and bless you. And they're not even going to understand why they're doing it. It's not even going to make sense to them why they're doing it, why they're now blessing you. So I get down to Atlanta. And I know that there are no coincidences. I know there are no circumstances, anything of that nature where it's, man, this is just circumstantial, or man, this was a coincidence, or this was just haphazard. I don't believe in that stuff. I believe in divine timing. And so I'm sitting there as I'm waiting for my plane, because I get around Atlanta around 4. My flight doesn't leave out till about 8, and so I got hours to sit there, right? So I'm sitting there, and I go to check and see if I could jump on an earlier flight. And the lady says, well, no, this flight leaving out is booked. You can't jump on this flight. I said, okay. I'm like, God, there's something going on. I'm not missing. I'm not getting it. What is it, God? And so I ask her about another flight. What's the next flight leaving out? And she tells me the flight number, and she tells me when it's leaving out and how much more it'll be. It'll get me to my destination 15, 20 minutes earlier, but they want to charge me extra $75. It's like, nah, I'll pass. And I go sit back down. Stay with me. As I'm walking to sit back down, this young lady had been watching me. I was completely oblivious who this lady was. I hadn't paid any attention to her, didn't see her or anything of that nature. Stay with me. So I'm walking back to my seat. This young lady's looking at me. She has this smile. She's just like glowing. It's like, why is this lady looking at me like that? You know what I mean? I don't know her, you know? And so she leans forward, and I'm getting ready to put on my AirPods and turn on some music and just tune everybody out because I'm going to be here for a while. You know what I mean? And so she leans forward and she says my name. And I'm looking at her. It's like, yeah, I'm Elijah. I said, I'm sorry, I don't know you. And she just had this big smile on her face. She's like glowing. And she tells me her name's Shay. And she's been a long time YouTube subscriber and blah, 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 blah. And man, we just sat there seemed like forever until our flights are, loading. You know what I mean? Both of us on both of these different planes, you know what I mean? Coming back to New York. You know what I mean? We're on different flights, but we're there, stuck there for the same amount of time. And we're just sitting there and just fellowshipping and just chopping it up. And I'm just talking to her and she's just talking to me and asking me questions. And we're just going back and forth. And it's like, this is why the plans was changed. This is why the young lady over here in Florida flipped the lip, you know what I mean? Flipped the screw, you know what I mean? And went left. She not even knowing that it's part of the plan. That God wanted me, Source, the Most High, wanted me to meet this young lady here in Atlanta. See, had the plans never changed where I would have never left out of Florida, I would have never met this young lady, Shay. Had the young lady in Georgia not try to change and manipulate and control and dog me out and whoop-de-doo, she would have changed. Had she not changed the plans? Had she not dogged out my original plans, where I would have left and went back to Jacksonville and jumped on the plane, I would have never met this young lady, Shay. But see, both of these young ladies thought they was doing something. Both of these young ladies thought they were on their own path, unique path, and they were going to dog me out or they were going to set me up or whatever the case they thought. They were mess up the plans or whatever the case they thought going through their head. Not even understanding that they were both pawns in the game. Not by me, but pawns of God. Not even understand that they were both being used and manipulated and controlled. Why? To get me out here to Georgia. Why? To get me stuck in this situation where I'm not really stuck. But the plans were being shifted, where God was directing my path and directing this young lady's path who just came back from Cali, and we're sitting there chopping it up about where she was at in Cali and why she was here in Atlanta and she's coming home to North New York. And here it is, we're both in this place in Edkill, in Atlanta, waiting for our planes to come back to New York. And the trip is, I would have never met her. Our paths would have never crossed had not these two other young ladies did what they did. Why am I talking about this? And what does that mean? Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for you too. If you sit back and step back and say, okay, God, what is it? What is it? What am I supposed to learn from this situation? What is this supposed to teach me? Okay, God, here's the original plan, and this is what I thought was going to happen. Okay, man, I'm in total surrender mode with you. Not my will, but thy will be done. My plan was to come out here and do whoop-de-whoop. You changed that. You brought me out here, but now you're directing me over here. Okay, so be it. I'm over here. We wilding. We having blast. Okay, now it's time for me to go. And not that way, Elijah. You're not going to go back that way. You're going to go a different way. There's somebody's life that you have to speak in. There's somebody that's been waiting to meet you. There's somebody that's been waiting to have an encounter with you. There's somebody that's been waiting and been manifesting this meeting with you. And now it's divine timing. You're going to meet this person. You don't even know they exist, but they know you exist. You don't even know them, but they've been paying attention to you. They've been watching you. They've been studying you. They've been looking up to you. And they put some stuff out into the atmosphere, into the universe. They want to meet you. They want to sit in your presence for a while. They want to ask you some questions. They want to pick your brains. And here's the trip. Man, the person in Georgia and Florida, they thought they was all that. And fuck you. You ain't shit. And but da-da-da-da-da. And so it's like, okay, it is what it is. You don't want to spend no time. Okay. I ain't mad at you. Deuces, I wish you the best. Now I'm down in Columbus. Okay, we'll do. Man, we're having a blast. It's time to go. God said, no, go this way. And this other young lady thinks she doing some shit. She fucking up some shit. Not even understanding that she too is a pawn in the game. And see, although it's her own ego, she don't even understand that she's been manipulated and controlled by her own ego. And she's thinking she's sabotaging me, not even understanding she's propelling me, not even understanding she's putting me on the right trajectory, not even understanding that she's paving the way for me to have this encounter. She's going to foot the bill for me to have this encounter. She's telling me I'm not shit and nobody wants me and and I suck it, blah, blah. She's got all this negative shit to say about me. Stay with me. But she's got to pay the way for me to go meet somebody else who thought the world of me. She's going to pay the way for me to go have an encounter with somebody who's been manifesting a rendezvous where we could sit down and just chop it up. Where we could sit down face to face, eye to eye, and talk for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and just and just flow. They're going to have to pay for what they've done to you. They're going to have to pay. Don't trip. Don't lose focus. Everything is always working out for you. Everything's always working out for me. Whether they see it or not. Whether they believe it or not. And see, most of the time, they get so arrogant and cocky and narcissistic that they think that they're really fucking you up. That they think that they're really doing some shit to you. Because they're not even aware that they're blessing you. They're not even aware that they're putting you on the right path and that they have to pay for it. They're going to have to flip the bill. It's going to cost them some stuff. And it is what it is. Man, I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.